Home court belongs to the Clippers in this one as we bring you a Western Conference matchup live from the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Hello again, everybody. It's Monday Night Basketball. Kevin Harlan, Clark Kellogg, and Steve Kerr here, bringing you the NBA on 2K Sports. And the starting lineup for the Hornets brought to you by State Farm. Davis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Al Farouk Aminu. Then there's Gordon. And it's Vasquez in at the 1 spot. And for the Clippers, Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan, they're inside. Willie Green out there with Chris Paul. And it's Butler in at the small forward.
Well, it was a good bounce-back year for the Hornets a season ago, making the playoffs and finishing in the 7th spot in the West, but they did not play particularly well away from home, finishing under 500.
So the Clippers win the tip. Paul outside, picked by Griffin. The 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. And Clark, back to the Hornets, which Steve was just talking about, win a few more games on the road. Maybe they don't have to see a team like the Lakers in the first round.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, regardless of that, though, they shouldn't be below 500 on the road if they're serious about making a run at the NBA title. You got to be able to win games on the road.
Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Lenny Del Negro. There is one main concern for them, he said, and it's their opponent's abilities to change and alter and block shots. To counter this, they hope to spread the floor early by knocking down some perimeter shots and see if that frees up the middle. Kevin, can they make shots? That's the question.
Terrific, Doris. Thanks. They put a lot of thought into how they're going to match up against the opposing defense, guys.
Well, one of the things you got to do here, Kevin, and Steve, you can't afford empty possessions against this team. You've got to put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, that's for sure, Clark. You got to make them count because you know you're not going to get a lot of open looks. So make sure you make the defense move the ball, try to get good looks, and make them pay. Caron Butler, a very capable one-on-one scorer. He's a guy you can go to at the end of games because he can face up a little bit like Carmelo Anthony and use that triple threat to score on you.
On defense, the Hornets. Griffin's shot is off.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
And Butler with that triple threat, his jumper is a little flat, but it's accurate.
And you know what, Kevin? He may not be a super high-efficiency scorer, but when he's healthy, he can get his own shot fairly easily. He's a really solid offensive player.
Clock at 4. The 3 is launched. Aminu with the bucket. Aminu's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Griffin. Picked up by Davis. Gordon against Green. Paul outside. A fader. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
This past season, Monty Williams took over the reins at New Orleans, and he came over from being an assistant under Nate McMillan, and he brought that same steady, intense approach to the Bayou.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Clippers. And it's the Hornets with the ball. Here is Vasquez. Now here's Lopez. Bucket's good. Lopez has got his first points of the night. We're back to Monty Williams, and Clark touched on it. Steve, what a dream start for the Hornets under first-year coach Monty Williams last year.
Yeah, they had an excellent season. They had missed the playoffs the year before, but Williams led them to a quick start, and that really established what they wanted to do during the season. They had a nice, solid year. If David West hadn't gotten hurt late in the year, they might have done some damage in the playoffs.
Here is Vasquez. Back to Lopez. He's against Jordan. From down low, Lopez, no luck. The Clippers trail. Three-pointer, and that one's good. Butler's got 5 points so far.
Boy, he's a great option from long range on the fast break if you give him that much room.
You know, it may not sound like much, but the Clippers managed to go 19-33 against the Western Conference last season. That was a solid 4-game improvement, though, over the prior season.
Now here's Lopez. And Jordan sends it back out of bounds. And they'll keep possession for the Clippers. Hollins is checked in, and it's Hill in for Caron Butler. Miller's checked in for New Orleans. Rivers comes in for Vasquez. Here's Gordon, looking for his first bucket of the game. Drain Hill covering. Outside Griffin. Kicks to Hill. There's the dish to Paul. It's back to Hill. Crawford outside, and that one's good. He just rattled off that nice record against the West. Their best mark, Steve, in the last 3 seasons.
But still the 3rd worst overall record in the West. I mean, it is no easy task trying to move your way up this Western Conference. I think he baited him on that pass. Very savvy defense.
And the rebound goes to Lopez. The Hornets trail by 5. Now Rivers. Davis against Paul. Looking to end the run, and the Hornets miss again.
How impressive was Blake Griffin? Became an all-star in just his first season actually playing with the Clippers. And not many people can ever do that in the NBA, especially these days when the players are coming in at such a young age.
Clippers leading by 5. Paul outside. He kicks to Griffin. He goes up, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Blake Griffin, an all-star in his first season. The last rookie, Clark, to be selected as a reserve for the all-star game. Tim Duncan back in 1998.
It's pretty rare you have a player walk into the NBA and pretty much immediately claim superstar status. It was a combination, though. The weight for Blake Griffin after the injury that cost him his official rookie year, and then also doing it in L.A. And it doesn't hurt when you can become a hit on YouTube with all of those monster throwdowns.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Lopez. Aminu comes in for Miller, and it's Vasquez in for Eric Gordon. Both free throws good from Griffin.
Boy, you look at Blake Griffin's background, really interesting. Coached by his dad in high school, played with his brother Taylor in high school and college. Actually was part of a couple of high school championship teams.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And for Blake Griffin, he decided to follow his brother Clark to the University of Oklahoma in Norman for college. And Griffin stayed there a couple years. Steve, he was the college player of the year after his sophomore season.
Now you can see, I mean, Blake Griffin just flat out a winner. I mean, he brings so much to the table in terms of his game, his athleticism, but also his poise and his leadership. And so the Clippers are extremely fortunate to be able to build their franchise around him.
Poked loose. It's stolen by Green.
Yeah, just a nightmare start for them early in this game with the turnovers.
Well, 3 turnovers already, Steve, as you've documented. I mean, it feels like tip-off was seconds ago, and they're not holding on to the ball.
Here's the screen. Vasquez kicks to Davis. They need this one. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Now, the Clippers are such a young, exciting team. And last season, they went 23-18 at home at the Staples Center. This is a team with a very bright future, and they'd like to establish that home court.
And the first one drops. Well, for those Los Angeles fans, Clark, the emergence of Blake Griffin as a superstar has to be a cause for celebration. Steve talked about their winning record at home, over 500. I've got this team circled. What about you?
Yeah, I do too, and part of the reason is the guy in the middle. I mean, there's a feeling this team is only going to get better, and Griffin may quickly become LA's most dominant basketball player. He's certainly already perhaps the most hyped and closing in on maybe as popular as Kobe Bryant in some circles.
He's something else.
Yeah, he's special to watch.
Rocket 2. Here.
Oh! Well, that's a dunk you will not see very often. You won't pass that one by.
No doubt about that.
I wish he would, though. Can never see too many of those.
Takes the 3. Vasquez, that's good. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Clippers lead by 6.
I was impressed with their transition game, guys. They really got out and ran the lanes.
Yeah, they did. I mean, no better way to get easy buckets than through fast breaks.
We'll be back momentarily.